Bangladesh has formally sought the return of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who is currently in India following the fall of the Awami League government. But can India actually hand Sheikh Hasina over? Is there a legal obligation to do so? And if not, what factors will ultimately decide the outcome? Let's break it down in today's Star Explains. Bangladesh and India have an extradition treaty signed in 2013, which provides a legal framework for handing over individuals accused or convicted of crimes. In principle, this means Bangladesh can request India to extradite Sheikh Hasina if there are formal charges or convictions that fall within the treaty scope. The treaty applies to offenses recognized as crimes in both countries, what is known as dual criminality. In Hasina's case, the charges include murder. However, extradition is not automatic. A request must go through legal scrutiny, and the receiving country retains the authority to accept or reject it. Yes, and this is where things become complicated. Extradition treaties, including the one between Bangladesh and India, typically allow refusal under certain conditions. One of the most significant is the political offense exception. If India determines that the charges against Sheikh Hasina are political in nature rather than purely criminal, it can legally deny the request. Additionally, India may refuse extradition if it believes the individual will not receive a fair trial, if the request is seen as politically motivated, or if handing over the person could have broader diplomatic consequences. The issue of capital punishment may also come into play. While the conviction against Sheikh Hasina carries the death penalty, India itself retains capital punishment within its legal system, which could influence how this concern is weighed. In short, the treaty provides a pathway, but not a guarantee. A decisive one. Extradition is as much a political decision as it is a legal one. Even when legal conditions are met, governments weigh strategic interests, bilateral relations, and regional stability. India and Bangladesh share deep political, economic, and security ties. Any decision regarding Sheikh Hasina will be shaped not just by legal arguments, but by how it affects that relationship. This is particularly sensitive given Sheikh Hasina's long-standing ties with India during her time in power. For extradition to move forward, Bangladesh must submit a detailed and legally sound request, including charges, evidence, and documentation. India would then review the request through its legal and diplomatic channels. This process can take time and may involve courts, not just the executive branch. Until a decision is made, Hasina's status remains in a legal and political limbo. At its core, this is not just about one individual. It is about how law, politics, and diplomacy intersect in moments of upheaval. The treaty exists, the mechanism is there, but whether Sheikh Hasina is handed over will depend on how India interprets the request and how far it is willing to go in balancing legal obligations against political reality. Because in cases like this, extradition is not a matter of if, but of whether the requesting state can meet the legal threshold and the receiving state is willing to act on it.